What is up, YouTube? My name is Happiness and welcome to my channel. So, it's official, guys. It seems like Medicaid has been cancelled.
And a string of
Okay, Mitch? Anything else you want to say, or should we just go back to your office? Do you want to say anything else to the press? Go back.
Go ahead, John.
I'll take it back. Let's go back to you.
Go ahead, John.
But I don't understand why there were disabled people who went to protest in Congress, who went to protest because Medicaid is being cancelled. I mean, like, why didn't they protest, or let's say, why didn't they protest a month ago, since Trump was saying that he was going to cancel? I mean, like, it has been said all this time that this is going to be cancelled.
I'm angry, I am terrified, I am off at Republicans. My name is Crystal. I'm a teen mom whose baby had cancer last year, and she was on Medicaid. Her healthcare coverage is about to be cut, just like millions of other kids across the United States. And without Medicaid, my daughter wouldn't be here. Millions of little babies and children will not be here anymore if this bill gets passed. Ask yourself, are you pro-life or are you just pro-birth? Because if you were pro-life, you would want Medicaid to stay intact.
Angry doesn't begin to describe what I feel about it.
Patrick Kearns is a father of 2 adults on Medicaid, and he says the comments from Senator Ernst felt like an attack on his kids.
People are not, well, we all are going to die.
She doesn't care if my kids die. You know, that's how I heard that, and I think that's how a lot of Iowans hear it. That it's not that we'll all die, it's just that nobody that...
Considering student loans, considering SNP benefits, and now healthcare. I mean, like, guys, let's just be honest. Let's just be honest. If you really care about America, all of you would have been rioting for something that makes sense rather than rioting for deportation.
This is what the CBO, the Congressional Budget Office, estimates on the House budget bill, and we're going to get new estimates on the Senate. It cuts Medicaid by $700 billion, cuts Medicare by $500 billion, cuts SNAP benefits by $300 billion, contains $3.8 trillion in tax cuts, and increases the debt by more than $3 trillion over 10 years. To Alicia's point, who is this for? And just today, we are learning via reporting that there are going to be $41 billion in cuts to SNAP. That is food assistance. The senators and members of Congress who vote for this, they are voting to have some of y'all go hungry out there. They are voting to take money out of the pockets of their own constituents. They are voting for you not to be able to get health care when you need it. They are voting to take away the money for your parent to be in a nursing home, to have that in-home care. This is what they are voting for. They are voting to make to starve your children. This is what the bill is. I don't understand it.
Well,
help me understand.
I will right now in this moment, because as far as these Republicans are concerned, you'll get over it because you're going to die anyway. And at the end of the day, that's what they think of you.
Because at the moment, like, to be honest, like, all of these people who were activists for deportation. That was the biggest distraction, this deportation. Okay, the war on Iran, that's another story. But this deportation thing, whereby they're deporting illegal immigrants, and now you, as Americans, now have to speak on behalf of an illegal immigrant. Where do you get the time to do that? Whereby now most of your benefits are now going to be taken away because it seems like Trump is now reducing tax so that the poor don't suffer.
I ain't protesting. I'm sitting here being quiet. Lower your voice. I was trying to keep up with your voice.
Lower your voice. Really? Is there a law against a voice
level? Inside the building, there is.
Okay.
What is the minimum?
It's okay.
What is the minimum on the volume?
I'm okay. I'm okay. I am okay.
What's the minimum on the volume?
300.
What's the minimum on the volume?
Hello, my name is Claudia, and I have stage 4 inflammatory breast cancer. I was diagnosed in 2018. I was 41, and I had 4 children and was teaching school. I had private insurance, so I had no idea how important the Affordable Care Act or NIH research facilities would become in my fight. I live in Las Vegas, Nevada, so I went to a couple oncologists here in town. They basically said, get your affairs in order. We're going to try to make you as comfortable and have you have the best end of life that you can. So my husband, of course, did not want to accept that and started doing some research, talked to our primary, and he suggested that we go to MD Anderson in Houston, Texas. It's a gigantic research facility. I read that in 2024, they got $172 million in research grants. And they do many rare cancers, one of which was inflammatory breast cancer, and they were the original clinic in America. When I got there, the beginning of my treatment started the same as they said it would be here, but it was super fast tracked. I had waited over 2 months here in Nevada to be seen, and to be ready to undergo chemo. When I was there, within a week, I was fully diagnosed with new scans. They were able to tell me at that point that it had spread to my salivary gland, liver, bile duct, bones, and all through my lymph nodes throughout my system. They came up with a treatment plan with all 3 of the doctors in one place, and we were going to be doing a radiation protocol that was not normal throughout the rest of the U.S. It was twice a day, so I would do it 6 hours apart for 5 weeks after completing a surgery and traditional chemotherapy. It was only through doing that we started to really get a handle on it. And I just felt so fortunate that I could go there. But as you can guess, it was quite expensive. So if the Affordable Care Act had no longer been there, my medical treatment would have been over $1 million in that first year. And there just would have been no way to continue to complete it. So I'm so thankful for that. Then later, after everything settled down and my husband was offered a promotion, he was able to leave his job, which also would have been impossible without the Affordable Care Act, because we would not have been able to move because of my pre-existing condition. But I am so thankful for the level of research that they are able to do at MD Anderson. And I know they've been greatly impacted by the cuts, but I would hate to see any more. And I was so grateful that there were no caps and that they were required to give me essential health benefits and screenings, and continued to do that. And then finally, when my husband did lose his job for a short time, knowing that we could go on Medicaid was so heartening and made me feel so much better and so much safer. So thank you for listening.
I mean, we have to remember that whatever people are paying for in terms of your federal taxes are literally going to all these stuff. The SNAP benefits, student loans, Medicaid. So, for Trump to get rid of this, and I don't believe that in terms of when he says that he's going to cut taxes, there will be a certain portion of money to which will be still coming in from people who are still working class citizens. So, the question is, if he says that he is going to decrease taxes, does it mean that now there is no longer service delivery There is no longer rubbish to be collected at every single household, because this is what I need to understand. This is what I need to understand. And yes, guys, yes, Mitch McConnell, yep, the guy who says that, nope, they will get over it. They will get over not having Medicaid. I mean, like, in that video, I saw a couple of sick people. Okay, I'm not gonna say, but I saw a couple of people who really need help, who really, really need help. And now, because of one senator who believes, one senator who looks like he himself is about to get a heart attack, who looks like he himself will be needing that Medicaid. It seems like he thought of now, okay, you know what? We're going to cancel it because he was sent by who? By the President of the United States.
Mitch McConnell is telling Republican senators that they should just gut, outright end for many and most Americans Medicaid. And this is what he said. He said, just do it. They'll get over it. I mean, are you fucking kidding me? They'll get over it. That's what Mitch McConnell just said. And this sounds a lot like another senator, a colleague of his, Joni Ernst, who said, who cares about Medicare? We're all going to die anyway. Well, you know what? Medicaid, who cares about Medicaid, she said, we're all going to die anyway. Medicaid is a healthcare program that 40% of Americans rely upon to get their healthcare. In fact, nearly a majority of Americans use Medicaid for their pregnancy.
Cancel what? Cancel Medicaid. And all of these student loans. And I mean, like, it's quite shocking, but hey, they have a point. Maybe the rest of the American people will get used to it if he says that. But that's all that I can say, guys. That is all that I can say, because now people will now understand that whatever they look at, all this PDD trial to which they are focused on, I mean, like, people are focused on the most stupidest things to which it does not concern them. But you know what? For the sake of their interest, they want to know what is happening with PDD, rather not looking at what is going to be taken away from them, from society in the long run. You see, but here we are distracted on all these deportation, celebrity drama. You get what I mean? I mean, sometimes it is better to focus on the most important stuff. It is better to riot on the most things to which will affect a person. Even we are here on YouTube, I don't mind people watching my videos, but at the end of the day, as people, we have to voice out on what we disagree with. And what we see that it is not going to benefit the people, it will only benefit the people on top, then people have to speak out on it and say how they feel about what is happening in government, because it is crazy what, okay, like, I never, okay, like, okay, I never thought that, but understand that if there are no taxes being collected, I mean, like, it is nice, no taxes are collected, but, okay, if there's no taxes that are being collected from individuals, hence I repeated it, it will be nice, but what about society as a whole? You see, let our tax money not go to war, because it seems like that is where your money, your taxpayer money is going to. It is going to fund, to assist an external country in their own conflict with another country. Make that make sense for you. But despite that, guys, thank you for watching my channel. Please like and subscribe, and let's meet up to the next video, and peace out.